What is up, guys? So, coming on here to show you one of my favorite by far, taught by SMB Capital, right? Which is one of the greatest firms and one of the greatest firms because of who works there, which is Lance Brettstein, one of the best scalpers, right? So I want to show you an entry model that I learned from him specifically, right? And this is the entry model. So essentially, what you want to look for is the following. You want to look for a bullish engulfing candle, right? One single bullish engulfing candle. Once you do that, the next candle that you look for, sorry, it doesn't have to be a bullish, it just has to be an engulfing candle. And what is an engulfing candle? An engulfing candle is a big candle that basically engulfs the prior candles before that, right? Okay, so we're there. You're with me, right? Once you do that, it doesn't matter if it's a long or a short. Once you do that, the next step after that is you have to, the following candle needs to close above or below. So let's say we're going for a long on this, right? The candle that we looked for, the first initial candle was this bullish engulfing long green candle, right? The second candle after that needs to close above, right? And it needs to be green, okay? So that is it. That is our signal to enter on a long, right? That is our signal because typically after that, probabilistically, if that's a word, based on probabilities, based on prior data of just price action and what price does, typically you have longs that continue after this, right? So what's going to happen? Your stop loss is going to be below the last lowest candle, right? Which you see here. And that is it, guys. So we are trading New York market open, and it's a Friday, which Fridays are a bit tricky. Also something taught by SMB Capital. But essentially, what we want to look for is those few things. Now, it doesn't mean that there won't be any drawdown. It doesn't mean that there won't be moments of or even losses, right? But if you can just nail those couple of things, you will have solid trades. And if that is the only entry model that you look for on a daily basis, you will win more than not. Because it's price action, right? It's simple price action. It happens every single day in the market, multiple times a day. You can find this simple entry model. These are called entry models, guys, right? These are simple things that you can look for to enter on any given trade. So just keep that in mind. Keep it in mind, and it's one of my favorite strategies to go into the market with. And it's quick, right? It's another thing to look for. And again, this is for beginners. And guess what? Some people who've been trading for a few years don't even understand this yet. So if you've been trading for some time, try this out for yourself, right? And if you don't want to try it live or in a demo, just basically long it and short it on TradingView so you can see that this works, guys. It works. I promise you it works. I mean, you are seeing it. I'm showing you right here. I'm giving you examples. Just take a look. Take a look. We can go back in time and just, it is, again, the market reveals its hands, right? The market reveals its hands with price action. And that is why it takes so long to learn this, guys, because you don't see these nuances. The emotions don't let you see these nuances until you've been trading for years upon years upon years. So please understand that this is one of the greatest entry models greatest and simplest entry models that you can use on a daily basis. So I'm making this one a short one today, guys, because there's really nothing else to show you based on this strategy alone. So yeah, again, trade safe every single day. Check out the WHOP. Nobody's giving out value like us, and that is it. You guys have an amazing weekend. Until the next video, peace.